Have you ever noticed that in the middle of a relationship trigger, your body reacts before your mind even catches up? Your chest feels tight, your breath goes shallow, your stomach drops, and you can't stop thinking about the situation on repeat. And this isn't just about your partner or your attachment style. What's really happening is your nervous system going into survival mode. My name is Luna A. May, and I'm a life and attachment style coach and author of several books on attachment styles. And my mission here is to help you understand your emotional patterns and build secure, loving relationships that you truly deserve. And in today's video, I want to show you how attachment triggers and nervous system dysregulation are deeply connected, and also how you can start calming your body so you can feel safe, connected, and grounded in love. Because you have to know that no matter how much you analyze, how much you read or understand attachment theory, if your nervous system is dysregulated, you will still feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster. And healing has to include the body. So when we talk about attachment styles, most people imagine it's all about psychology. It's about beliefs, about thoughts, fears. But attachment actually lives in the body just as much as it does live in the mind. Think about what happens when you get triggered. If you are anxiously attached and your partner doesn't reply to a message, what happens is that within minutes you might feel your chest getting tight and your stomach sinking, and your thoughts are running a mile a minute. And you start replaying the last conversation, wondering if you said something wrong. And every part of you wants to reach out again just to feel the relief. And that isn't just overthinking in your head. That's your nervous system going into fight or flight. Adrenaline and cortisol flood your system, and your body is convinced something is going wrong. If you lean avoidant, on the other hand, it looks very different, but it's actually the same system at work. Say you are in a conflict and emotions are very high, so instead of leaning in, your body begins to shut down. So you feel numb, you feel disconnected, like you just want to get away. That is your nervous system choosing freeze or shut down as the safer response in this situation. And here is the very interesting part. These patterns are connected to the way our bodies regulate bonding hormones. For securely attached people, closeness triggers oxytocin. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone that calms the system and makes intimacy feel safe. But if you grew up in an environment where closeness felt overwhelming or it felt unsafe, your body learned to pair closeness with stress instead. That's what happened with avoidance. So instead of oxytocin calming you down, cortisol keeps you on the high alert in the situation. This is why telling yourself just to relax or stop overthinking never works. And you have to know that your body isn't being dramatic. It's reliving old survival patterns. And unless you regulate the body, the mind will keep looping in the same painful way. So when we talk about healing attachment, yes, understanding and self-awareness are very important, but nervous system regulation is the foundation. It's what teaches your body a new baseline, a baseline where closeness doesn't equal danger. Where connection doesn't automatically trigger stress, and where your system can finally learn to trust safety when it's there. And that's why I want to guide you through a couple of simple practices today. They are not about fixing your partner or forcing yourself to think in a different way. They are about sending your body a new signal. You are safe. You can soften, you can breathe, and you will see how much of a difference it can make. And if you recognize yourself in what I just described, that spiral of overthinking or that numbness when things get intense, this is exactly the kind of work that I do in my one-on-one coaching. Because we don't just talk about your attachment style. What we do is we go deeper into the subconscious beliefs and nervous system patterns that keep repeating in your relationships. So if that feels like the support you've been needing, you'll find the link to book a session with me in the description box below. But now let's go into the first practice together, because I want you to feel this shift in your body right away. I know that these exercises might feel simple, just breathing a little bit deeper or rocking your body back and forth. But you have to know that they go to the very heart of attachment healing. Because attachment wounds, they don't just live in your thoughts, they also live in your body. They are stored in the way your nervous system reacts to closeness, the way it reacts to conflict or to the possibility of loss. And every time you give your body a new experience of calm, a new experience of rhythm, of safety, you're slowly teaching it that connection doesn't have to equal danger. And that's how you begin to shift your attachment patterns, not just by analyzing them or understanding them with your head and the psychology behind them, but also actually feeling safe enough in your body to respond differently in those situations. So the next time you're feeling triggered, whether it's waiting for a text or feeling shut out in a conflict, try one of these practices, and you can also practice them on an everyday basis. Notice how your system responds. Notice the space it creates between the trigger and your reaction. That space is where healing of your attachment begins. And remember, every small moment you calm your nervous system is a step towards secure attachment, which is your goal, of course. It's not about perfection. It's about creating enough safety in your body that love feels possible again. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. So we're going to start with diaphragmatic breathing. So if you have a yoga mat, you can sit on the yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can also sit on your bed or on a chair. And we're gonna breathe in into our belly, long inhale for 7 seconds, and then we're gonna exhale, starting from contracting our belly, and we're gonna exhale for another 7 seconds. And the idea here is to not make any pauses between inhale and exhale, to make the breath as fluid as possible. So let's start. We're gonna do a couple of breaths like that. Inhale for 7 seconds into your belly. And now exhale for 7 seconds, contracting your belly to get rid of the air. And again, inhale into your belly for 7 seconds. And exhale for 7 seconds, contracting your belly. And again, inhale into your belly for 7 seconds. And exhale for 7 seconds, contracting your belly. And now we're gonna lie on the mat, or you can lie on your bed. A bed is also a very good place to do these somatic exercises, because it's a place where you feel comfortable and where you feel safe. So it's good for calming of the nervous system. So we're gonna lie on our side. We're gonna extend the right hand. We're gonna put the left hand in front, and we're gonna have our legs like this in the angle of 90 degrees, and we're gonna start rocking our body like this. We do small movements, don't exaggerate them. They need to be gentle, because our goal is to calm our nervous system. And this kind of body rocking is very calming for our nervous system. So we're gonna continue like this for 30 seconds. So it rests around 20 seconds still. You can even imagine that somebody is pushing you from the back, so you don't really have to do any effort, because somebody is making it for you, the movements. It has to be as effortless as it can be. And now we're gonna gently move to our back, and and we're gonna slowly move to the other side. So we're gonna just move to the other side like this. I'm just gonna change the side so you can see me better. And we're gonna take the same positions as we did on the other side. And we're gonna start with the same movement for around 30 seconds. You can close your eyes and relax. Enjoy the movement. Now you can just slowly move to your back, straighten your legs, and relax for a couple of seconds, for a couple of inhales and exhales. I know that these exercises might feel simple, just breathing a little bit deeper or rocking your body back and forth. But you have to know that they go to the very heart of attachment healing. Because attachment wounds, they don't just live in your thoughts, they also live in your body. They are stored in the way your nervous system reacts to closeness, the way it reacts to conflict or to the possibility of loss. And every time you give your body a new experience of calm, a new experience of rhythm, of safety, you're slowly teaching it that connection doesn't have to equal danger. And that's how you begin to shift your attachment patterns, not just by analyzing them or understanding them with your head and the psychology behind them, but also actually feeling safe enough in your body to respond differently in those situations. So the next time you're feeling triggered, whether it's waiting for a text or feeling shut out in a conflict, try one of these practices, and you can also practice them on everyday basis. Notice how your system responds. Notice the space it creates between the trigger and your reaction. That space is where healing of your attachment begins. And remember, every small moment you calm your nervous system is a step towards secure attachment, which is your goal, of course. It's not about perfection. It's about creating enough safety in your body that love feels possible again. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.